March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
And of course, the cat's being weird already. Dude! Can't believe that, Adrian! No way! Not cool! Oh, no way. Whoops. Should read ahead. No way! Not cool and collected, Adrian Andrews! She is your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? Jewel, stop it! I was sleeping like a log the entire time. Apparently having Adrian look at my ass. Jewel!
Your cat?
You leave that alone.
Your cat is quite active today.
No, she just likes plastic bags. She found a new one. See? She could have easily also planted that blood-covered button in your hakama. I'm gonna punch you, cat.
Oh no, don't punch the cat.
Leave the plastic alone. Fucking cats.
Well, that's cats
I
for
don't know
you.
why she's so obsessed with plastic bags. I really don't.
That's
Of all things.
That's cats for you.
Because she was the one that came to wake me up. Then, dude, you saying it really was her? Yes, she is the real killer. She was the one who murdered Juan Corda.
Are we so sure it is her?
I mean, let's go after her instead of the guy named the Killer, but sure,
True,
whatever.
But I don't actually think it's her. Because I think that would be too obvious.
Well, we have to blame somebody if we want Maya back.
Obviously, but I'm just like saying, like realistically. I don't actually think it's her.
Dude, shut up! But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over.
Oh no, are we gonna really
It'll be
expose?
all right.
Are we gonna expose the stuff we said we wouldn't?
Probably. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Get me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude.
Okay, Phoenix. You think her motive is related to Celeste Impact's missing suicide note, right?
Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live. Damn it! But then Miss Impact suddenly killed herself. Fucking hell, I hate this case! Sounds like she left a suicide note and the person thought to have hidden it.
Is Juan Corrida the victim of this murder?
So much more work with this case, having to cover these things. And that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corrida. How to get the suicide note back.
That sounds plausible. But one thing bothers me.
What?
Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Impacts. Edgeworth.
It was Edgeworth.
It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Because
Look, he's free to command this ship for all eternity. I don't care anymore.
Don't let your guard down yet. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m. District Court, the courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. Now then, Miss Edgeworth, if you please. Nah, it was a really good lobster, by the way. The prosecution calls the witness Safina. What was the word again? Safinad? Subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Corrida's room.
Do you still have that card?
Huh. What is your occupation?
Yeah, what was her voice? A little higher, I think, but calm, collected.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I am the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Ungod.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
I see. Now then.
Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request.
Yes, sure. What is it?
I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently.
No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Cosmonaut.
The judge was ever a prosecution witness? He'd do all my work for me.
Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relationship to the victim.
Yes, I was seeing Mr. Corda. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter between Juan and myself.
So it was a fry and bait matter.
What was it? Bait and fry. Reminds me of fishing.
Fishing for lobster.
Yes.
But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that.
I am. I think there's someone who would beg to differ.
I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews.
Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room, and there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was, naturally, the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice.
Wait, what?
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 What? You did what?
You were in shock, so you poured yourself a glass of juice, which I assume would be a glass of wine, technically.
You poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor.
I see.
Why did you pour yourself juice?
Yeah, I'm really skeptical about that. Not
Oh
gonna
my
lie.
god, is that a dead body? Oh, I need some juice, hold on. Oh wait, I don't feel like drinking it. Fuck!
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Phoenix. She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yes, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing?
She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instance this trial is over. Understand? What's that supposed to mean?
It means instead of fighting head on, you fight like an airbender and get around and fight in different angles. So you're an airbender, not an earthbender in this regard.
I wish that was the case, but I don't think it is.
I mean, that's how it sounds to me. An airbender will try to find different angles to keep the attack going. An earthbender is just going to walk up there and punch her in the face.
Well, obviously. But like in our case, I think it's a little more different.
So it's time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. And what was Mr. Ongod doing at the time? He was taking a nap. You know, I saw his arm, and that can't be comfortable.
Yeah, that nickel arm? No.
Like, I'm sure it's fake, but that still can't be comfortable.
Oh yeah, it's obviously not actual metal. Because that would be...
Well, yeah, but it still can't be comfortable.
Oh no, no.
He was worn out from his mini performance as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. Ungard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you?
Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. Ungard's knife from his room?
No.
Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue.
God dang.
That is really harsh.
After that, went to Juan's room. And why did you do that? As a friendly jester, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship?
I am not sure. Do you think we should just let her
I think we
be?
let her be for now and we'll come back if need be.
Yeah, I suppose.
I should back off. As long as I don't have any proof, she's not going to talk.
Maybe continue now, witness. What did you see when you got to his room?
And there was his dead body. I was in shock. And then I poured myself some alcohol. Because that's what everyone does when they see a dead body.
Yes, totally.
Ugh. You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. And despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Corda.
Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. Not necessarily. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Like, not
I
necessarily.
mean, it depends on how often you deal with dead bodies.
True, but like, some personalities are not as, immediately shocked. Some would just understand what to do, like, immediately.
But that comes... I don't know if that's personality or like a training.
That's true.
Like you deal with the high stress situations a lot more. So you kind of train yourself of, oh shit, a dead body. Gotta do things.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, let's say you're a police officer or a what are they called?
But that would be
fireman.
training
Yeah, fireman.
more
yeah.
than anything.
That's true.
That's training. Like if I walked into a room and saw a dead body, I wouldn't walk over there, pour myself some drinks, and then set it down for no reason.
That is true.
I'd be freaking out.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean.
Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I see.
What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as the crime scene photo. Why do I always yawn? This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too. Yes, it was open and empty, of course.
And then what did you do next, witness?
I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. You were in shock!
Yeah, like, this is what is awkward about this.
Juice? Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
It is such a good stand-in for
But
wine.
Yeah, but you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There was no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Then why'd you pour it?
Yeah, like, what?
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Corda, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct? And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? We gotta press.
Yeah, we gotta press.
Miss Andrews. I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was.
Actually, so would I.
I'm sorry, it's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over.
Wait a second.
Wait. If she knocked the vase over...
But she does not mention all the cosmetics.
No. There was water, but only on the top of the lid.
Yeah, which means it would have been
closed. So
closed.
she knocked the vase over, the guitar case was closed, and then it was opened by someone.
Yeah, so she just made a huge mistake here. That's huge.
Flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards?
It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case.
Why did you withhold such an important piece of information?
I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. Well, this does not help her case at all.
No, because we've already figured out a big issue here.
It looks like another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony.
I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Oh, that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, that is a big lie.
I was the one who knocked the flower vase over where it fell onto the guitar case. I think we could just literally present the guitar case on here.
You think?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Because she said she didn't open any. It was already open.
That's true.
But there's only water on the top. If it was already open, it'd be inside.
Yeah. So present it.
I object to that. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. She seems taller here.
Yeah, she really does.
Picture.
That's very true!
Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case.
What is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what is wrong with that?
If the guitar case was open when the vase fell, the glass shard should be inside, not outside the case.
Indeed. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over?
Yes, that is exactly the point. It was opened by somebody.
Yeah. Is that all?
No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found in the studio. It has no bearing in this case at all, because perhaps something else was inside.
Yeah, that makes sense. That may very well be. However, The empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it?
Mafia. They were smuggling drugs. It seems that there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. I think there is. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case?
Yes.
Yes,
actually.
yes.
The empty guitar case. I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you.
Edgeworth, do you not remember the time I interrogated a parent?
Yes, I remember that. That was very weird of you.
Yes, and guess what? In the end, it saved your life.
I suppose it is the truth.
I can't believe I'm doing this either.
Alright, I'll follow along. For now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case.
Yes, Your Honor.
The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Why? It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Aha!
Right.
It looks like this really wasn't a very important point.
Shush.
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting.
Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination.
Using any way to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
How many times have I beaten you, Edgeworth?
all,
And your father?
all the to be honest,
and your sister?
all the to be honest, we have to admit, Edgeworth did spit fire in the last episode.
He did, yes. Very much so. I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed. During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind? Well, you see... Are you sure you are the one who opened the guitar case?
She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Sounds like her dependent side is taking over.
Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. So, you opened the guitar case then? Yes, well, maybe. Why did you open the guitar case? Huh? Mr. Korda's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case.
You got a good point there. As the witnesses said multiple times when she found the dead body, she was dazed.
So, we can forgive people for being so dazed they pour themselves a drink, knock over a vase, and open a guitar case when there's a dead body in front of them.
In a hotel.
All within 5 feet of the dead body.
Like, you're in a hotel. You can literally open the door and scream dead body. And that's that.
Yes. Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not. No.
I doubt that.
When you're in shock and stuff that you just do stupid shit, but come on.
That is just weird.
There's a limit. I thought maybe the criminal took it. Why would she care about the bright red guitar? But getting back on topic. Wait, she should know that there was no guitar. Because they already went on stage and he didn't have the guitar.
Yeah. She should already know
The case
this.
was empty after all. She should have already known and asked and figured this out. Was it really empty? I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. Phoenix!
Or could it be cocaine? How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? You have little professionalism, or have a little professionalism. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. These trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention.
I kind of agree with Edgeworth on this one.
Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright.
Shut up! You don't pay attention at all. Sorry. As for why I opened the case, even she doesn't know. Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body? Yes, that's probably it. I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. Guess I should give it a try.
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to lay up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
yeah, we had a weapon to hit her with.
I'm sure weapon is hiding somewhere in the cold record, waiting to be found. The suicide?
No. This is what confuses me. This one thing. She opened it after knocking it over.
Yeah.
So, the vase was knocked over.
Yeah?
The water spilled onto this case.
Yeah. But it doesn't have her
I
fingerprints.
don't know where it bears his fingerprints.
But it doesn't have her fingerprints.
That's true. It should have her fingerprints on
Yes,
it.
it should have her fingerprints.
So, yeah. She knocked the vase over. That should wash away most fingerprints, at least on the top, and then she opened it afterwards, but she doesn't have her fingerprints on here.
Yeah.
Maybe this? Aha! I'll beat you over the head with this guitar case. There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case. Why would you say that? It's elementary, my dear Watson.
Oh my god,
Emily.
he literally did the reference. Oh, that's...
I've said this before. I think legitimately in lore, he's relating to this universe's version of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, I think you just mentioned that.
I just don't remember Sherlock Holmes or something. It's some stupid variation. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
What is it, Mr. Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean? What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time?
But you weren't, because your fingerprints are literally on the glass. They literally are on the glass. Gloves? But why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony. So of course I dressed up for the occasion.
I somehow doubt it.
Yes, now remember? I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Like, I can understand if you haven't seen her, why you would think, like, that could make sense. Like, well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. No, she didn't. She freaking
That's
didn't.
strange. You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange? Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
The glass.
Yes, actually. I have your proof right here. This wine glass. The wine glass? You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice. I hate this drink.
Like, I hate that they decided to censor wine by making it tomato juice. That actually also makes sense in the previous chapter we did, because remember that the bottle in the Big Round Top was also tomato juice. I suspect that would actually have been wine.
Ugh. Hate it so very
So
much.
I wonder if they just...
Wouldn't you... You wonder what?
I wonder if they just censor all wine to be tomato juice.
That is so stupid.
I know, right?
We can't have alcohol in here, but showing someone hanging. Nah, that's A-okay.
Yeah, totally fine. You also show blood.
Wouldn't you think it was just a little strange? Like, I'm blocking that view because I just don't like it.
Yeah, I get it.
that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case. Why are my dogs freaking out upstairs?
Oh, her glass is broken. She puts on a new pair.
How many glasses? Why do these people with glasses have like unlimited glasses?
Order! Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
It's just an empty case. Shut up, Phoenix.
I wonder if it really was empty though. I don't think it was.
No, it's a perfect way to sneak something in if you deliberately leave the guitar behind.
Yeah, I suspect there was something very illegal inside that thing.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions.
Yeah, Phoenix, drop all your
Like,
presumptions.
someone could very easily have snuck, cocaine inside that case. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
Mthis, they censor wine. You think they're going to allow drugs?
Probably not, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a hypothetical.
It was used to sneak something in. The question is what? You don't mean there's a bright white guitar? Wait, that's not right either. Phoenix sometimes.
I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case... Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided...
No, Your Honor. Please. Recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it is wide open in this photo of the crime scene. I am sure this guitar case had some relation to the murder.
If you are so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case.
The bright red guitar not being the only thing? You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar was... So, you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, Mr. Wright?
I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? The, suicide note.
So,
You think so? I don't...
because it's a note, you wouldn't need to use a guitar for that. A case.
That's true. So what would be inside?
What do we know about this case? So, something was going to be confessed.
Yeah,
But remember, Matt on God did not know about this.
that is true.
So this has no relation, the camera would have no relation. I don't think this article would have anything.
Couldn't possibly the knife either.
No.
Wait a second.
What?
Go back to the other photo, the one Lotta took. Could there have been a second costume? Inside the case.
They very well could have. So wait a second. Was Juan going to confess something as the Nickel Samurai?
I think that might be... Because Matt didn't know there was going to be a confession.
Yeah.
I think there might have been a copy of the Nickel Samurai's costume inside the guitar case.
Seeing ridiculous. So would we present that? Like, what was inside the case? Specifically what was in the case was a costume then, if we're going by this logic.
I think so. But make it safe, just to be sure.
I can't.
Oh.
But this only takes one bar anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So, Nickel Samurai?
I think so.
Matt doesn't know about the case, or the confession. I don't know. Find out.
This is a photograph.
Yes, but what is important is what's in the picture, Your Honor.
In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I am proposing is... inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume.
The music.
Just waiting for the theme.
Yeah, the music is back.
Yep.
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point will be to doing something like that?
That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews?
I refuse to accept your theory. Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? We have.
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct?
You mean this photo?
Damn straight I do!
I hope she's in the crowd somewhere. Order, order! Looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we?
I can almost guarantee she's in the crowd.
Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later. Hey, that's my strategy too, Phoenix.
So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guards. Why would something out of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places. True. That is a little baffling.
Your Honor, you flip-flop so much it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Your Honor, here's a good point. Ah, yes, I fully agree. I have a different point. Ah, I fully agree with you too. I agree with you over this other. Oh wait, I have a good point. Ah, I agree with you. Like seriously, flip-flops that much. With bias towards the prosecution.
Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case?
It was a spare.
Yeah, I think it was a spare.
Because we know On God was wearing it.
Yeah.
There's no doubt there. He was sleeping and wearing it.
Yeah. So it's a spare one.
Yeah. And I swear it's like the only time they've ever had spares. Mr. On God did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one.
What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 Nickel Samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel?
Yes, and the second one has been burned in an incinerator.
Oh no!
Wait, have we seen an incinerator yet?
No, but it's a hotel, they probably have one.
Everywhere has an incinerator in this universe. Yes, that is what I am saying.
And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case? It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose. But why? The victim, Mr. Cora, that was the Jamming Ninja. Why would he secretly bring the Nickel Samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act?
And there lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Yes, actually. Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself.
Your Honor, please give me a moment to think.
Why do you think the victim had the Nickel Samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
The confession.
Yeah. He was going to confess something as the Nickel Samurai.
I think exactly that's the thing.
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On God himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can mean only one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Corda himself.
The victim?
I have no idea what's happening.
This is getting very convoluted.
Yes. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for this very conference. So, the logic here is Double A and Juan working to... So Double A got the costume for Juan and set this whole confession thing up, but in reality, she was going to kill Juan and then blame Matt.
Yeah, this is getting very weird.
She hated them both for some reason. According to the logic this case is presented.
I still believe the mafia is behind this.
Good mafia. I mean, it really worked with the Steel Samurai. Okay, so Mr. Corda was going to hold that press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a conference? But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I bet he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Corda, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt on God.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. Well, she is.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me. Well, yeah, it had to be. You're at different studios.
Yeah, like you had to do this under the table, so to speak.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jamming Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway.
He was going to ruin him? Huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Really?
What?
And do you know what this secret of Mr. Ungod's is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
Ah, I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all. Protect Mr. On God?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could, please tell us the truth about your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.